New York was a former Danny Meyer's place. Danny Meyer is one of those food gurus in America. He wrote many books, and in this particular restaurant they had the decanter bar, and people wrote about it, how much fun it was not only to pick and choose food and wine. They obviously also had a water list, and they had next to that spirits and so on, but they also had the decanter bar, and people had the choice. People want the choice. Good people want to select. Think about yourself. So I thought I'm going to use one of my decanters. It's called the Eve, and I always have to make the joke because some people always ask me, is Riedel in the bong business? No, we're not. This is a wine decanter, but this is a very special wine decanter because it's one of those few decanters that have a turbo built in. So this is my turbo turbine, which is decanting 2.0. What it does, it really aerates the wine, and we have done tests in traditional decanters versus this decanter, and the oxygen level was increased by 17%. By 17 times, sorry, not by 17%. So 17 times more decanting in a decanter such as this versus a traditional. So this one is called the Eve. It looks like a Cobra. Good. This was the idea behind it because I designed it. It was my birthday gift to myself. And I was born in the year of the snake, so named it also after my mom. And it's one of those decanters, not because she is a snake, but it's one of those decanters that I really like for two reasons. One is, for a glassmaker, this is the impossible. Good. This is like marathon running versus marathon running in the Olympic Games. Good. So this is the impossible, and it is free-formed. It's not molded, and the glassmaker depends on his skills and on gravity. So this is a very difficult piece to make. So that was one of the challenges. And the other thing I just found out by coincidence. Sometimes you have to have luck in your life. So what it does is, first of all, imagine you're in a restaurant and you put down in front of your customer this piece. At first they have no clue what the hell is going on. And then you say, I'm going to send your wine on a journey. I let the wine flow. And this is exactly what happens. So right now we are gaining in age. Good. The wine is aging, it is gaining in age, it's maturing, which means the alcohol focus is being reduced, we're aerating it, we're bringing forward the fruit. We're reducing the secondary aromas, we're supporting the primary aromas. This is modern decanting. Old decanting, you remember those days over the candle, meaning splitting the wine from the sediment. The wine region which invented decanting is the Champagne region. Good? Yes. They were the very first ones to decant their wine because the method, the modern method of freezing the yeast in the neck, the yeast is needed for the second fermentation, did not exist. So Champagne was always sold with the yeast. And when people bought it and served it to kings and queens and popes, they had to decant it first to split it because yeast doesn't taste good. And that's the reason also why we decant old wine. What is an old wine? I would call an old wine the 1950s, I would call it 1960s and 70s, some of the 80s. Most of the wines from the 90s are being decanted to aerate and not to split the sediment from the wine. So this is the old decanting. And nowadays, I'm sure also in your restaurant, you don't have too many wines that are older than 15 years. No way. Too many people are onto wine now. People have them in their cellars, they collect them, and if they're on your list, most people can't afford them. So what you serve and what you buy at Palmer are young wines, which are either going to be stored for many, many years, or they must be decanted. They must be aerated. That's exactly what a wine naturally does in a cellar through the cork. It breathes, takes in oxygen, good, and it breathes it matures. It's like a human being. With time, we become better. We become more knowledgeable. Yes, we lose our hair, or it goes white. It's the same with wine. It goes from a white wine to kind of Bernstein golden, and red wine goes to this kind of orange color. It doesn't mean that the wine is spoiled, it's just that it is matured. That's the same thing what happens with decanting. So now the wine sits in my decanter, and you would think it's very easy to use this decanter, but if you've never used it, it's very difficult. Look, it doesn't come out anymore. Good? or français, il est perdu, the wine is lost. So the only way to get it out is to turn on the turbo. And when you turn it on, it's like a car hitting the gas pedal. It sounds. That's my turbo, ladies and gentlemen. It is fresh oxygen sucked through the neck, fused with the wine, aerating it. Good, so this is the idea. Every rotation matures the wine more and more. And the other thing it is preparing it, a glass of wine pre-proportioned. And this part is patent. And when I served my father for the very first time out of this decanter, I didn't know how to get it out. And he looked at me and thought, what a loser. And I thought to myself, I'm not a loser. I'm going to show you. So I worked it, and it took me some time to figure it out. But if you clockwise turn it, it's not meant for lefties, I'm sorry. It only works for right-handed people. You turn it, and then, perfect for a restaurant, extends your reach. You don't have to say pardon, no. You just all of a sudden from left comes a snake, and you pour the wine elegant into the glass. Good. So this, as you can see, is the perfect pour. And what you have on top is the exchange of CO2. You see the little foam cap? This is aeration at its very best. You don't damage the wine. This you do for red, this you do for white. For champagne, I would use a different decanter. I love champagne decanted because I like vintage, I like aged champagne. The British love it. And there's a reason for it. It's just delicious. And here you see the same thing. All of a sudden, and we have done tastings. Cornell was with me when we have done tastings, when I introduced this. We did our regular tastings like today, and then we brought forward a mystery wine. 2 glasses. And the people had to say if it's the same wine or not. Same glasses. The difference was decanted versus undecanted. People could not believe. Normally, and this is what Christian Moyex says. Christian Moyex, I'm sure you've heard about. He was the former owner and winemaker of Chateau Petrus. Now he owns Dominus, Trot Noir, and other wineries. And he says, perfect preparation of a good bottle of red means in the morning, whilst brushing your teeth, going to the cellar, picking the bottle that you're going to drink at night. Open it in the morning, let the wine sit and rest for 8 hours. Then the wine is ready to be consumed. Good? I don't have that time. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm thinking about something completely different. And obviously in a restaurant, I don't have these kind of tight connections where I call them and say, can you open in the morning a bottle? So that's the only way to get to the wine at its very best is by decanting. At the same time, you're spending time with the customer, you're celebrating with him, you're decanting, you're making them feel very good, and then you have to serve it in the right glass so that the experience is at its maximum. Good. A lot of talk. I hope I turned you into believers by using your own senses, by preparing the wines yourself. Obviously, all Riedel glasses on the table, no competitor, just to show you how important grape variety specific glasses are. And yes, I do strongly feel that they make a difference. All the glasses dishwasher safe, no problem, good. The decanter does not fit into the dishwasher. Damn it. But the way to wash those decanters is, after using them, always rinse them with warm water. After a day at work, rinse them with warm water, let the warm water sit overnight in the decanter. It will absorb all the red wine color pixels. Use sometimes in decant white wine, so it doesn't get this beautiful red patina, which is nothing bad, it just is a sign that it has been used. If you're allergic to water stains, 2 options. Either use your hair blower or turn off the lights. Good? Otherwise, there's no way for you to get into those decanters to polish the inside. There's also no need for it. So the outside, always use soap. Soap it because of fingerprints, because of grease. There is no fingerprints and there's no grease inside. So rinsing it with water is the best way how to keep those decanters. And very rarely do I hear that a decanter breaks. This is quite interesting. If a decanter has a damage, it's most of the time chipping, because people bang the bottle onto the neck, which you should try to avoid. Good? Otherwise, it's very randomly that I hear most of the time people drop a decanter, but otherwise a decanter is there to support you and your industry for a very long time. So it should not be an investment that you need to make on a constant base. Start with a few decanters, see how your serving staff works with it, see how your customers react to it, and then go crazy. We've got 40 different shaped decanters. Big ones, small ones, limited editions, not limited editions, all of them handmade in Austria. A machine could never produce a decanter that is, twisted or has such a height. And I think it makes you look very good. If you're a sommelier, this is what you need to have. Okay? Next to a nice bottle of wine, a few real glasses, bring a decanter along. People will love it. I can promise you that. Good. The glasses you used are yours. Only thing I ask you is to leave behind the plastic cups. Don't think that you will ever use them again. I suggest that you try it. You have bags, there's tissue paper inside, so you can wrap them up. If you want, with your friends, try it again. Put your existing glass next to it. Smell the difference, see if the real glass outperforms your current glass in case it's not real. And besides that, I wish you a wonderful afternoon and thank you for your time. Appreciate it.